So now we're in this little micro bus. I don't know what you call it in English. Little shared taxi, you could say. Hello. And we have all of our stuff here, taking up a lot of space. But everybody's been very nice so far. And yeah, it was a bit weird. There's it's not military. They're like, how do you even explain what those people are?
I don't know, someone who protect order inside the country.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many different types of like police and things like that here that it's hard to keep track. But whenever there's like a protest, these guys are always there. But they're there at the train station with big weapons and beards. They like beards a lot here. I just saw a sign at the window. It says you can, how do you say that in English? Pay later. Oh, you can get financing for buying some electronics. It says according to Islam, like with the conditions according to Islam. So most people here are Muslim, at least I don't know, on paper. I don't know how religious they are, but yeah, they're definitely Muslim, and a lot of the language uses, you know, different phrases from Islam. We're home. We're in our Airbnb. Yeah, we took that little, I don't know how you call it in English, but like, I guess a shared taxi, but it's just like a little van basically that drives around. It's like a bus, but a mini bus. And they're very common here in Russia. It depends on the city, they have different kinds. The first thing that I want to say is that it's so cool to come to the republics. I mentioned this in other videos, but there's so many republics in Russia. Not every region is a republic. Like, just so you know, there's like 80 some different regions in Russia. There's oblasts and krai, and anyway, they all have different names, but these republics, it's, as far as I understand, they're all like basically another culture. So they have, I think they all have their own language, and then their own, you know, food, and it's so interesting because we're in Russia, and we just took a train down south, and it's pretty much like we're in another country. Mostly, I'm sure everybody, I imagine, understands Russian, but like they all speak to each other in, I don't know how you say it in English, Chechen, I guess, in their language. And I think that is so cool, and they have their own culture. Like when we're in the bus, a guy told me that I shouldn't wear shorts. He's like, you know, if you go to a nudist beach, you can wear whatever you want, but here, you know, we don't wear that. And he said, like, you know, don't be offended or whatever. He was nice. Yeah, he offered to help us and stuff. But we asked our Airbnb host when we came as well, and she was like, well, you know, you can, but it's obvious that you're a tourist, and if you want to show that you like respect our culture, then it may be better if you don't wear shorts. So so maybe I'll wear pants. I don't know, but it's just interesting, the different cultures, and yeah. So we're here. This is our Airbnb. Maybe I'll think of something else to tell you. I'm sure, but Evita is sleeping, and I'll just give you a little tour while I think about what else to say. Did you want to say something? This is our balcony. I'll show you what our view is out the window here. This is the back. Basically, it's very common for the entrance to buildings to be sort of on the opposite side from the road. And
those are gas pipes.
Oh yeah, so these yellow pipes you can see like running right here. That's all gas. So it can be quite dangerous actually in Russia. Every few months it seems like a building explodes. At least a couple times a year, for sure. Sorry, I said, do you want to say something, and then I left.
We should say something about hospitality that we saw while we were in this shared taxi. There were many women inside, and all of them, they were so nice. And people on the railway station, especially women, they come and they're like, oh guys, where are you going? Welcome. And they propose some help. And they were just so friendly, very friendly and very like open, and simple. And I noticed that all drivers whom I saw, they were men, like car drivers. And I don't know why, like in this shared taxi, there were only women, except one man. Maybe it's just a coincidence.
Well, it's a work day at 9 a.m. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe, but men are. They are work too. They work too.
No, I mean the men are at work. Maybe the women are not at work. I don't know.
Also, this thing with the police is something what we were discussing just now in Russia, that when we step out from the train, the first thing what we saw is like lots of people in the uniform. Like, I think you already mentioned this with the guns and all this stuff. It's just really weird. It's like different from Moscow, from Voronezh, where we just came from.
Yeah, in Moscow you'll see like a couple police officers maybe, and then like some like train station security, and that's it.
Yeah. Did we tell that the police officer came in the train? I mean, everyone is so friendly and they say hello, welcome. But I have this impression that, like, somebody told them, you know, that we are foreigners, that we
Definitely.
and that's why they're coming, and that's why they're asking questions, because they want to know more. And even it's like, it's very friendly, but still it's like, oh, why they keep asking questions? So it's just because in Voronezh nobody didn't care, you know, about us. And when we came to the apartment, when what we were renting, nobody asked us for documents. But here, like, for example, the owner, the lady who owns the apartment, she asked the documents, and she said, like, it's a rule, I need to show the police officer in case if he will come and ask, you know. So it's just a different, I don't know how to say it. And why I started to tell about police, because I was telling Joe that I don't like when police officers come to me in any country. I have this fear. I don't know why. I don't know the nature why I have this fear, but I prefer not to deal with the police officers. I know that many of them are wonderful guys. They're friendly. They just will try. They will try solve your problem. And many police officers helped us in our worldwide tour before. But still, I have this this fear that it's better not to cross, my path with the police, with the government workers. I don't know. So just for you to know, because I'm pretty sure that for you it might be different. And it doesn't matter, like US police officer or Chechen police officer or Chinese police officer, it's just equal. I prefer not to deal with them, because when they come to me, I feel like, oh, did I do something? Did I make something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Like, I feel very, very uncomfortable, and I hope it will gone with the time.
Yeah,
everything will gone with the time. So yeah.
One other thing that I will mention that I noticed is, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but it seemed like the people were kind of quiet. Like in some cultures, people are loud and yell, and even in Moscow, people like, for example, on a lot of the bus stops, some people will like announce the stations. Not as much as we've seen in some countries, but especially I think they're like private buses. They were like yell out all of like, come on, get on my bus, I'm going to this mall or whatever, And but here they did that. There was a woman at one of the stations, and she was announcing, but so quietly. She was just like, this is bus 39 going to this place, just like a completely normal voice. And in the bus, all of the people, when they want to stop, they would tell the driver where to stop, but also very quiet. I think one time the driver didn't even hear, and when he would answer, it was also very quiet. So I don't know, maybe it's a coincidence, but I kind of like it.
I have one idea, maybe it's wrong, but I think it's something to do.
Yeah,
to do with females.
That they're not loud.
Yeah, I think it's like they shouldn't be loud. It's they need to be skromny.
Humble, modest.
Humble. Yeah, if you're a good woman, you're humble, modest. You shouldn't like be loud. I think it's in the culture.
Kind of like reserved, yeah.
Yeah, but for men, I think it's different.
You think they're gonna be loud?
I think they are, because I have this perception of their weddings, and everything is so loud, and men are very loud. But
well, that's an exception, maybe.
Maybe, but at the same time, in those share taxis, they were mostly women, so that's
true.
Why they
that's
were.
True. Maybe the women are just quiet.
We'll see. We'll check who was right. But anyway, it's nice to be in a new part of Russia, and I feel completely tourist here. I want to tell you that I feel as a guest.
And people don't even think you speak Russian. They're like, "Do you understand?"
Yeah, they see you. They see that you don't look like a local, person. That you obviously foreigner, and they see our baby. And our baby is a copy of her father, so they just, okay, it's a tourist family.
There's a TV, by the way. We're gonna watch Money Heist, Casa de Papel.
Show the
yeah, we're continuing the tour. So this is our kitchen. This place costs, I think, $18 a night. So it's nice to have a whole apartment. Washing machine. This is one of our criteria on Airbnb. You can put the filters. Washing machine, you know, with the baby, especially, that's important. I guess we'll start with the bathroom. Here's the bathroom. And the hot water here works with gas again. So it's kind of nice because sometimes there's these hot water like tanks and the water runs out, especially if you want to have a bath for the baby. So here we won't have that problem because it just heats the water as it goes. And here is the fridge. I guess it doesn't fit in the kitchen. So and then this is our bedroom. This place is way better than even in the pictures. I feel like I like it. It's a nice place. And I will show you the view from this side. It's a big road, but with the window closed, it's actually quite quiet. We got out of the little shared taxi over there, and yeah, this is the view. I guess that's actually a big market, so we're probably gonna go check that out. I think they have good prices for fruits, vegetables, meat. This is a 5-story building, by the way, and we are on the 3rd floor. We are super happy with our experience with Airbnb, that we've been able to find nice places all over the place. We've already booked an awesome place in Tbilisi, and there's a link in the description, as always. Just so you know, if you haven't used the site yet, you get 40 bucks off, I think, and then we get $20 credit. So it's a win-win situation, guys. We are sort of getting settled in, had a little bit of a rest. Yubita is alive and well. I'm joking. We already started eating. We got these, I guess in English we call them shawarmas. They're pretty big. And then this, they call this a gyro. I think there's like potatoes in there and some french fries. We found a local delivery service. It was kind of funny because I made the order and you weren't able to like write in your apartment number. So I wrote in the comments like apartment number and the entrance. Because in Moscow they always bring it right to your door. They called and they're like, did you order a shawarma? Like, yeah. And they're like, okay, come out. So I went down through you know, we're on the 3rd floor, so there's no elevator. And the guys are just sitting there in the car, big beard, Chechen guy, and they're like, this is yours? And then I checked the order and paid them, and that's it, and then they drove off. So kind of lazy delivery, but convenient, better than going all the way there, I guess. It was pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. Not the best, but pretty good.
Yeah, I miss garlic sauce.
Yeah, usually they have garlic sauce, but it depends on where you're at. Like, it depends like on the city, depends who's making it. Like in some places they'll even put like french fries inside there, but yeah, it's always different. But I like them, it's good food. I'm off to get some groceries, and it's really like, it's one of the coolest things about Russia is these republics, because I just left the apartment and it really feels like you're in a different country. Climate here is different, people are dressed differently, the buildings are built differently, and everybody is speaking a language that I don't understand. It seems like they're all speaking Chechen to each other, and even all the kids running around. Lots of mothers playing with the kids on the playground. It's a very, very different atmosphere. Different stores, like there aren't as many like grocery chains here as there are in other cities in Russia. So I gotta walk a bit of a ways to find one, but very, very interesting. There's quite a few women, well, the women here in general dress differently. They pretty much always wear dresses at least, but a lot of them cover their heads. So that's definitely different, because that would be a minority in Moscow, but it is the majority here. We also read a couple of articles today about the culture here, and it does say that men should not wear shorts, and that actually there was a story about a British guy who went out for a run in short shorts in the morning, and a bunch of people stopped him and told him, you know, you can't do that here, you can't wear those clothes here. And luckily there was a guy with a car that just gave him a ride back to his place, but who knows what would have happened if nobody helped. So it's definitely different. They're very set in their traditions, and they don't want to hear anything else, really. Hey guys, good evening. The camera makes it look a little bit brighter than it actually is. It's almost 7 p.m. I feel like we're not very good travelers yesterday and today. I mean, you gotta rest, but yeah, Eva was was feeding Evita, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna sleep for a little bit. You can have a shower, and then we can go for a big walk. I fell asleep too, and like 3 or 4 hours later, we all woke up and got ready, and now we're finally out for a walk, but it's getting dark. Still kind of have the feeling that we're in a different country. You have the same feeling?
Yeah, but I can understand the language, so it's just weird feeling, yeah, that you can understand everything, but I mean, people, they speak Chechen, their own language, but lots of signs, and if they know that you don't speak, they use Russian to communicate with you, and yeah, just everything is so weird. The way how people drive, the climate's like
climate's very different.
Everything.
Like it's 10 degrees warmer here, I think.
Yeah, it's warmer, much warmer. And the way how people dress, the way how people talk, the way how people greet you, people seems very, very hospitable. Yeah, very friendly. But I was thinking about it, and I mean, Grozny is way closer to, for example, Georgia is very, very close, but closer to Turkey or Iran than Moscow, for example. It's like, it's part of that part of the world, basically. So we've only walked, I would say, 1 kilometer max so far. And there's a mall to the left, and right ahead is, I think they call it, the mall's called Grozny City, and I think this is also called Grozny City, these tall buildings. Probably after Moscow, they also have something called Moscow City, which is, I don't know, I guess the business district, you could say, all the tall office buildings, but they also have apartments in them. And this is our street where we're living now. Yeah. It's really nice, like a street where you can walk or even cycling. Yeah, you can ride a bike here, you can cycle. Yeah, pretty, mostly, for the most part, nice sidewalk so far. So we were just trying to walk to the center, and there's this big like island basically in the middle, like between us and the center, where the president of this republic lives, Ramzan Kadyrov. And anyway, we tried to walk that way, but you can't walk where the residency is. It's got no focus at all. Yeah, there's a bunch of soldiers there, and all the roads are blocked off, so it's not meant to be. But they were pretty nice, and they told us that you have to walk around, which is pretty far. So over there is Kadyrov's residence, somewhere over there. Here is Grozny City, a little bit closer, and you can see a mosque right up here. And there's actually another mosque right here, I think, behind this wall. Here from the road you can see a bit better the residence, and another mosque over there, like a private one practically. Here's a portrait of the president of Chechnya, Ramzan Kadyrov. I guess this is the Quran, and this is his father. I think his father is the first president of Chechnya after the war, I guess. Here's the mosque again, even closer. This is the heart of Chechnya Mosque. And here's a big square, Abu Bukhara Kadyrov Square, something like that. I'm not sure who that one is. But I think there are some swings? Swings, yeah. Where? Ah, there's swings over there. Yeah, cool. I have to check it out. Ah, the call to prayer, cool. It definitely feels like a different country, to be honest. You can see, I feel like uncomfortable filming a lot of people, but you can sort of see how the women wear dresses. Basically, I don't think I've seen a single woman that's not in a dress yet, to be honest. But there's cool swings here. You can sort of just get a little picture of what the people look like. You can see father and his daughter are walking. So we left this beautiful big square, and here's the walking road. It reminds me Arbat Street. Yeah, nice walking street. It reminds me Arbat Street in Moscow. And you see there are some different restaurants, different cafes. Yeah. Oh, and you see travelers. And some travelers with a big backpacks. We're in a restaurant called Burger Avenue. They don't have any fast food chains here, none of the big ones, so this is kind of like their version of McDonald's, but it also has pizza. Alright, this is Big Burger. I also noticed that they have sushi. It seems like every single restaurant in Russia has sushi. And this is called a Big Burger. So it's just like a Big Mac, it looks like. The fries are actually really good though, maybe even better than McDonald's. And a Caesar salad. It says Caesar salad and our.
Oh yeah, where's the meat though?
It's nice to put here.
Cool. We're home. We had some Burger Avenue, and now we're home. Had a good little walk. We're just chilling here. Chilling? Are you chilling? Hello? Hello?
That's fun.
Yeah.
We can tell about the taxi driver. He was very nice.
Yeah, we had a very nice taxi driver. He said I was the first Canadian he ever met. He was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, it's true. And he also said he was laughing that we were trying to go to the center through this residency, Kadyrov residency. He was laughing. He said that all those buildings, like all those districts where we couldn't go through, where there was soldiers, he said that those belonged to his relatives, like Kadyrov's relatives that he had. Can you say it in English?
Yeah, Kadyrov's relatives, the president of
Chechnya, and yeah, he said that he has many relatives, so and all of them are somewhere in top.
in the government.
Yeah, he said that it's very, they all are very rich and they have good money.
I don't know if it's good money, but a lot of it.
We came to this park of flowers, and as you can see, it's a beautiful time of sunset, and this is a Grozny city from other side, from where we were yesterday. And what else? You can see those two buildings, those are government buildings, and you see on the left, you can see Russian flag and Chechen Republic flag, and on many government buildings you can see different portraits, not different, like 3 or 2 portraits. If it's 2 portraits, it's usually Putin, the president of Russian Federation, and Kadyrov, like the father of Ramazan Kadyrov, or sometimes there are 3 portraits. I don't know how to say it. John is so far. Like sometimes it's 3, like Putin and Kadyrov father and Kadyrov son. Yeah, and you can see many buildings with portraits, with their portraits.
The smell is so strong.
Wow, it's beautiful. Wow, it's so beautiful. Let's make a picture here.
Yeah, let's do it.
As you can see, it's a nice place to walk. And it's a really nice time. It's not so hot. I think it was 32 Celsius at lunch. Oh wow! Hearts. And you can see some like elephant. I think this is elephant and giraffe. Oh, so many different animals. Bear. Elephant, big elephant. I don't know what is this, but you can see 2 towers. You can see 2 towers and some fountain and so many kids. And John, I think, is there. We are trying to decide what we want to eat. Where is he? I can see him. Here you are. So it's very hard. Oh, you can see what a beautiful sun. It's very hard to choose what kind of food we want, so we decided to try this one, Dai Moch by Nakskaya Kitchen. I don't know how to say it in English.
Cuisine, not kitchen.
Cuisine, yeah, not kitchen. So we decided to take plov, which means rice with meat and carrots and onion, and mante is something like dumpling but bigger. We will show you.
In English they call it pilaf, I think. I don't know, that's how they spell it.
Okay. Well,
it's all over Central Asia, I guess.
We realized that we didn't film in English, so I think this is the last time when we filmed the Grozny city. And this is the hotel, Grozny city, 5-star hotel. And I have this feeling that center of Grozny is very different from how people really live, you know, how they, even the suburb when we are staying now in Grozny is so different from the center. So and it's a little bit like sad that we don't have any Chechen family here, like we don't know anybody, so we can't ask how people really live, what do they feel, and what's their experience of life, of living here in Chechnya. But anyway, it was really nice to be here for these 2 days. And I don't know, will we we filmed something or not, but tomorrow we are going we are going to Vladikavkaz. It's a city in where's Vladikavkaz?
Northern Ossetia.
Ah, okay, yeah, it's Severna City, Northern Ossetia. Yeah, it's different region in Russia. Thank you for being with us, and yeah, thank you. You look sweet.
Thank you.
Beautiful father and his daughter.
Let's go. There's this really nice park next to the mosque. It's a Chekhov Park. You can't see it all, but it smells very nice. Very nice. Flowers, roses.
Комсомольский сквер.
Комсомольский сквер. Komsomolsk Square, I guess. Oh, is there a Chekhov Park? Or did you make that up?
I'm not sure, like it's different on different maps. It's different because I think they rechanged the name. Park Chekhov is further.
Okay, so it does exist.
It does exist according to Yandex map. I don't know. Yandex map is not an accurate card for map for Grozny. And here's this beautiful big mosque called Heart of Chechnya's Heart, and it's so big and it's beautiful. I don't know, on the video it's more white than yellow, but I think it's more yellow in real life. Yeah, what a nice park. Really nice. I feel a little bit sad that we don't have anybody here, like in Grozny. We don't know any Chechen family, so we can't ask questions, and it's just our impression of what we see. And as I already mentioned, or maybe not, I don't remember, the center is very different from other parts of Grozny, and I assume Chechnya.
One thing that sucks is that we'll post this video and a bunch of people are gonna write us like, I'm here, why didn't you tell us that you're here, or something like that.
Yeah.
But we are posting an Instagram, so you don't have any good excuses. Subscribe to our Instagram and you'll know where we're at.
And this is a part of this mosque. I don't know how do you call it, this internal yard, and it's beautiful.
Courtyard, maybe?
How do you say it?
Maybe courtyard, I don't know.
Courtyard? I don't know. And can you imagine, guys, this is Russia. I'm pretty sure that you don't imagine Russia like this when you hear about this word, Russia.
It's very beautiful inside the mosque.